There, my name is Adam Browse, and we're going to do a quick tutorial here on how to start a new project, and we're going to do it two ways. We're going to do it with a terminal, and we're going to do it without the terminal with Atom. So let's get started with the terminal. So we're going to open our terminal by hitting Command Spacebar and opening Spotlight, and then typing term, and then as soon as it auto-completes, we can hit Enter and get into our terminal. Now, I keep all my projects, we start off here in the root, and I keep all my projects in this dev folder, so I can go into dev, and you'll see all the folders that I have, and all the different projects I'm working on. And now if I want to make a new project, I can do make directory, mkdir, and we'll call this project just new project. And now we can go into new project. And now that we're in new project, we can open it in Atom. Now, once I'm in Atom, I can start making new folders. There's multiple different ways to make new files and new folders. So one way is I can just right-click on here and say New File. And if I do that, it'll open up a new file, and I can create a new path for it. Let's just say index, or we'll say server.js. Just imagine we're doing a web project. And we'll just say server.js, and if I hit save, we'll see that the server.js file is there. Now, also from inside the terminal, I can create new files by typing the word touch. So if I say touch readme.md and hit enter, you'll see the readme gets added, and that's a markdown file. So I can write markdown in there. So that's the ways I make the files. Now I can also make folders by saying that's a double click, a two-finger click, new folder, say views, or in my terminal I can say make directory controllers, and now I'll create a controller. So you'll see that whether I'm using Atom or if I'm using the terminal, I'm able to create new files and new folders. Now what if I don't want to use the terminal at all though? So if I don't want to use the terminal at all, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open the Finder. So I can do it with this way, or I can do it just going over here and clicking on Finder. And now I'm going to go into my user, and I can find my dev folder. Now this folder might be called dev, or it might be called code. You might have it in the root of your project. You might put it in your documents. I can go in here and I can make a code folder in my documents. Now inside the code folder, if I want to make a new project, I'm just going to say new folder. We'll say new project, and now I can open this in Atom in a fancy kind of way. I can just open Atom, and I can close this, and now instead I can just drag this file over onto Atom, and you'll see that it opens up in Atom, and I'm in that project right away. So that's kind of a nice, easy way. You don't have to use the terminal then, and you can get into your projects quite easily that way. So now I can create files without the touch. I can just use Atom to change this here. So I'm going to say, let me rename this to server.js. So I'm creating that file, and you see that the file gets created here right away. So if I go in here, I create a new folder, views. If I go in here, if I want to, I could create a new folder here too, and it will be reflected over here immediately. So that's kind of a way. That's a way where you can start a new project and start working without the terminal. Now, if you want the terminal to actually run your project and you want to run NodeMon, then you really have to use the terminal and make sure you get to that project. So let's go into my documents, and then I have my code file, and then I have my new project. And now from in here, I could do something like a NodeMon to start the server. The other option in Atom is actually there is an embedded terminal. So if I add my terminal, where is it here? So I can say new terminal window. That's Alt-Shift-T. Let's see here. I can just select it this way too, so I can say view, terminal, new terminal window, and now you'll see it goes straight into a terminal there. So from here I could do NodeMon, etc., and run it. So I can also run this all from an Atom if I want to, but the best way is to use your terminal, but feel free and comfortable to add files this way and to open files like I showed you by taking a project from the Finder and just dragging it onto the Atom icon. Great. So hopefully that shows you a few kind of tips and tricks on how to make a new project when you're starting out, and how to organize your files so that you always know where all your projects are. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.